Omar Shakir. He's from the Middle East and North Africa division of Human Rights Watch, and he's joining us from Amman in Jordan. Omar Shakir, good to have you with us on the News Hour. Now, just take us through, first off, if you can, the work that went into compiling this report.
Absolutely. This report was 2 years in the making. We evaluated Israel's treatment of Palestinians, connecting the dots behind years of Human Rights Watch documentation, as well as new case studies we looked at for this report, a review of government planning documents, statements by officials. We took the facts we documented and then applied the law around discrimination, including the crime against humanity of apartheid and persecution. And when we applied the law to the facts, we reached the conclusion that Israeli officials are today committing the crimes against humanity of apartheid and persecution.
We'll come on to the legals in a moment, but you will have seen the Israeli response to your report. They accuse Human Rights Watch of having an anti-Israeli bias. How do you answer that charge?
Look, Human Rights Watch works in 100 countries around the world. I would say nearly half those countries respond to our reports when they don't want to deal with the substance by attacking the messenger. And this is exactly what the Israeli government has done. And this isn't unique to Human Rights Watch. Their patented tactic for dealing with criticism of their human rights record is to attack the messenger and change the subject. They do so because they have no response on the merits.
Now, you say that you have a sort of a legal basis for this, of course, and there is international law is looking at the treatment of Palestinians by Israelis and also some of the behaviour of the Palestinians against Israelis through the International Criminal Court. Will your report go into any of the work that that court is doing?
Human Rights Watch calls for the International Criminal Court to investigate and prosecute the crimes against humanity of apartheid and persecution that we document in this report. The ICC has jurisdiction. The court confirmed that earlier this year. The prosecutor has now an open investigation, and we call for them to look into these crimes. Crimes against humanity are called what they are because they're among the most odious in international law. It's not only incumbent on the International Criminal Court, but all courts everywhere in the world to investigate and prosecute those Israeli officials implicated in the crimes.
And you mentioned Israeli officials there. Can you just be more specific? Are you speaking about particular individuals that you're looking at in terms of the illegality that may have been committed?
Look, apartheid is a crime, like torture, like crimes against humanity. So crimes are committed by people. This report is not focused on the actions of the Jewish people or even, a larger collection of individuals. We're talking about senior officials who are involved in a policy to maintain the domination of Jewish Israelis over Palestinians and who have engaged in systematic oppression and inhumane acts against Palestinians in the occupied territory.
I mean, you've avoided saying it there, but the current Prime Minister is Benjamin Netanyahu, who's been in power for nearly 15 or going on 20 years. Are you thinking about calling him forward? And of course, we must remember that just to finish my question, we must remember that the Israelis don't recognize the ICC or, as we've seen, your reporting.
We call on prosecutors to investigate, and we actually also call for a UN Commission of Inquiry. Crimes against humanity are really serious allegations. This report does not get into individual criminal liability. We focus on the overarching commission of these crimes by Israeli authorities, and we call for prosecutors to search through the evidence, find who's implicated, prosecute those individuals.
Okay, Omar Shakir from Human Rights Watch. Appreciate your time, sir, and well done with your work.